Hello guys, Chris here, welcome back to another video. In this one, my friends, we're gonna be visiting Nvidia's booth here at Gamescom 2025. Let's find out what they have for us. Oh, I almost forgot. Shall we? Alright guys, so Nvidia just invited us to come here to Cologne to check out their Gamescom event. Actually, in this video, we're just going to be playing around with GeForce Now, different systems, with the Steam Deck as well, PS5 Pro versus GeForce Now, and we're going to be checking out the quality, the input lag, and stuff like that. But yeah, this was really fun of an event, in my opinion. First time here in the channel as well. I've never done something like this. They gave us some USB drives, thumb drives, that was pretty cool as well, Nvidia RTX branded, and yeah, let's check this out and see a little bit of GeForce Now next. Also, do keep in mind that we recorded all of the footage with a camera, so you're gonna see some motion blur that isn't actually inside of the games, and it wasn't present with the streaming from GeForce Now. There was still a little bit of artifacting in some of the games, but nowhere near what you will be able to see through the camera lenses. So I'm about to play Cyberpunk 2077 for the first time on the PS5 Pro, the best console available right now. Oh, the motion blur. So this is running locally right now. That's GeForce Now. We're gonna get to it later, of course. Yeah, the quality isn't really that great. I see a lot of aliasing. I see like some of these lights, for example, over here. I don't know why that's so bright. Obviously, input latency is very low. Thank you.
I mean, you saw that one, so now you're gonna.
Yeah. I'm trying this one.
Smoother, I hope it's a little smoother.
It is smoother, yeah. That one's like 60 FPS, it's 120.
Probably 30.
30.
It's in quality mode.
Oh, okay. It's actually felt smoother probably because of motion blur, I guess. So the lighting's obviously much better than the other one.
This is everything cranked up, full path tracing.
Path tracing, okay. Yeah, the latency, I can tell maybe it has a little bit more input lag than that one, just a little bit, but it's definitely super playable, and it's also very smooth.
It's also connected via Bluetooth, and that is a wired controller.
Okay.
A little bit extra there.
Yeah, it looks good, especially from far away. Like how you'd actually play the game.
TV, right?
Yeah, how you'd actually play. Looks good. It's responsive. It's definitely playable. I like it. Can I show the settings? Okay, so we're at DLSS performance mode, frame gen 4 times, ray reconstruction, everything cranked up, even the ray trace lighting on Psycho. This could be a little bit higher.
That must have changed.
Should I?
Go ahead.
Okay. I usually turn this one off, chromatic aberration as well. I'm just gonna leave it. All right, so now we're at full max settings. But yeah, it looks insane actually. And it's insane that this is all in the cloud, you know, like what the hell? It's a full high-end PC experience right here with a little bit of latency, but in terms of like artifacting and everything, it's really good. I can't see anything actually in terms of artifacting, so I'm trying to move a little bit quicker here. That's great. All right. Yeah, that's a massive difference. No problem. That is a massive difference.
Yeah, look at the lighting.
What the hell? So here we have Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. We're going to be playing with mouse and keyboard this time around. 5K resolution. Yeah, okay. So it's GeForce Now. It's running on a MacBook. It's not a MacBook. It's a Mac Mini. Feels really smooth. First of all, 120 FPS or 120 hertz. I can definitely tell the input lag once again. But it's nothing that I haven't seen before in terms of input lag, like with frame generation usually. For single-player titles like this one, it will work just fine from what I'm seeing here. I'm curious to see the competitive shooters though over there. We'll get there. But I think that's where the input lag is going to be the biggest problem, of course. A really, really big problem. But this one is playable. I'll go over the settings. So here we go, that 5K resolution, really high res. Oh, of course. Oh, this is a MacBook, so I need to scroll backwards. I was wondering why was that wasn't working, you know. Okay, here we go. So you got sharpening going on, depth of field, maximum settings here, full ray tracing, everything turned on, balance, DLSS, 4 times frame generation, ray reconstruction as well. It's running on a 5080 GPU. Look at those reflections over there. Whew. Damn. All right. Yeah, that looks insane. Let's see the artifacting a little bit, if I can make it artifact. Because, again, we're not only utilizing frame generation this time around, but we're also using GeForce Now. So this is all running in the cloud. And I'm playing Indiana Jones at 150, 160 FPS, 4 times frame gen. Usually with these FPS, I wouldn't like 4 times frame gen, honestly. And I would be starting to notice a lot of imperfections. And over here, for example, I can definitely notice some artifacting over there. I mean, that's pretty minor. I'm gonna try something out. I'm not sure if they allow us to do this, but do like 2 times frame generation instead. So no more 120 FPS, but it's still 90 to 100, so it's still very smooth. And now the input lag should be a little bit reduced because 4 times frame gen versus 2 times frame gen, you know, it's about like 5-10 milliseconds of a difference there. And I can definitely feel that a little bit here, but I can also see that it isn't as smooth, so there's that. In terms of artifacting, though, it should be a little bit better as well with 2 times. So as usual, I find 2 times to be maybe a little bit better than 4 times, even in GeForce Now. Still a little bit of artifacting there, around the hair on the guy there. No, but this is absolutely fine. So let me go back and try 4 times again. This is really low ping internet as well, so 4 milliseconds, of course, it doesn't really factor in a lot of input lag from the network, but it's still running from the network, so pretty good stuff. Yeah, you either prefer a smoother experience or a little bit more input lag experience. I guess this one is available now, so we shall try it out. So that's running on a Minisforum PC over there. These demos are all running on pretty underpowered systems. I can definitely tell now that we're moving at a really high speed, especially through vegetation, that it falls apart a little bit. But of course, like, that's expected from GeForce Now. But the fact that we can still play the game is pretty good. Latency is really low, it seems like. I mean, you're not really going to pay attention to those little imperfections in the picture, you know? And the overall experience with GeForce Now is pretty snappy still. I can feel the feedback as well. Oh, can we destroy things? Yes, thank God, thank God. It's working. Let's go over here to this side. All right. Yeah, especially at this really high speed, I'm not really seeing the image falling apart this time around. It's only if you're going slow and paying attention to those little details in vegetation that you're going to notice anything wrong with the picture. Right now, this is really good. Looks a little bit softer than native resolution on a native PC, I think, but overall, not bad at all of an experience. I feel like we need to move on to the next one. Let's see. Let's play until we crash. It shouldn't be long. I'm really fast right now. No more gears. This is close to the max speed of this. Oh boy, wait. Okay, so, oh no, we haven't crashed. All right, I'm fine. So I guess now I'm a boat. This is weird. Oh wait, I can't crash even if I want to. I just destroy things. All right, there we go. But it keeps on going. Excuse me. Thank you. So here we go. So competitive gaming with GeForce Now. It's running a 5080, of course, as the other demos are. Most of them. I mean, we just played with the PlayStation, so yeah, it's not 5080 at all. But yeah, we're getting like 360 FPS in game. The stream is also at 360 FPS. So it's really damn smooth right now. And it is responsive. I wouldn't say it's as responsive as a native resolution, of course. Let's see the settings. So we're at 1080p 360 hertz. Graphics quality, it's high settings, medium settings, with some things on high, whatever. DLSS is turned on as well. I mean, sure, I could play like this. Yeah. I wouldn't say it's going to be a super competitive experience, but you can play competitively with this. Where are you? Oh. And here is the latency between the shots. 18, 20 milliseconds, 15 milliseconds, 16. Did you see the average there? 69 for a second. Yeah, the average so far has been 21. So 21 milliseconds is really low, of course, especially for network gaming. I mean, I think I've called worse systems a competitive experience, like 1060, 1080 GTX, you know. They're all worse than this, even in terms of latency, I think. So very impressive what they've done here. Let's see this one now. This is Apex Legends on an OLED 1440p monitor. Oh yes, this is looking great. It also feels pretty responsive. The network will also be a factor to the input lag, of course. So if your internet is very slow, you won't get these results, I guess. This is very responsive still. I'm surprised. I think it might be even more responsive than Overwatch, even though the FPS are lower. I don't know. Maybe it's just Apex Legends. Maybe it's just me being weird, but this is feeling fantastic right now. And the DLSS is not available in this game, or frame generation, you know. So we're at 1440p native with the competitive settings here, apparently. They chose competitive settings. Now, keep in mind, this is not my sensitivity. This is not my mouse, so I'm going to suck at it. And I did suck at it. Okay. Let's check out this one. This is the Lenovo Legion Go to something, I think, Go S. Yeah. With GeForce Now. And we're playing Borderlands 4 for the first time. This game is unreleased. Oh, I see the artifacting there. Look at that over there. It might be a little bit too close. Okay, of course there will be a little bit of artifacting, I think. Latency here is probably the worst so far. So yeah, there's quite a bit of latency there, which I'm not a fan of for a first-person game. I mean, it's still playable. It's way more playable, I guess. I'm not sure how the game runs on lower-end systems, but if you were trying to run the game directly on the Legion Go S, it would probably suck a little bit more than this does. Could be the controller as well. I don't know. But it's a factor of everything. We're running through the network and also with the Bluetooth controller. We're on badass settings. Oh, first time looking at the settings in Borderlands 4. So DLSS balance. We got 4 times frame generation here. I wonder if we turn that off, it would be a little bit better of an experience. But as you can see, the settings, the important settings are all turned on, maxed out. But I want to try 2 times frame gen over here and see if it gets a little bit better. Yeah, I think that's a little bit more responsive, maybe a tiny bit. Getting 100 plus FPS there. 2 times FG, which makes the baseline FPS like 50 to 60. So that's why it doesn't really feel as good as the other games.
It's more demanding.
Yeah, it seems to be a very demanding game right now.
What about the artifacts?
It's still there. It's not also not a finished product, of course. The game is not out yet, so keep that in mind. if you forget about the frame generation and all of the input lags and so on of the GeForce Now, I think this could still be a pretty enjoyable experience. I am really sensitive to input lag though, so I would probably lower down the settings to try and achieve a better baseline frame rate with GeForce Now. But I see like the average person could play this game and enjoy it maxed out here with GeForce Now. Also, can we disable frame generation? I don't know if I can. Okay, now it's disabled. And now we're seeing the native FPS of the 5080 here, maxed out settings in Borderlands 4, in 60s. In terms of input lag, it's still laggy, of course, because it's through the cloud. But the frame gen also introduces quite a lot of input lag to the picture. And over here, in terms of artifacting, it still does it a little bit. It's probably just streaming artifacts or something like that. Definitely not as prevalent and noticeable as with frame generation. We got Digimon here playing this one, Borderlands 4, where I noticed the biggest amount of input lag. And how's that?
I think a normal person just playing the game. I don't know how about shooting, but
Try to aim at something. Try to aim at that little thing over there. Well, it disappeared. Try to aim at something else, like that bright door-looking thingy over there. Yeah. That.
Okay, it's difficult.
Yeah, but it could also be because it's a controller, right?
Yeah, I'm horrible with controllers,
Me
even
too.
worse than Crisp. So.
Yeah, it could be the controller. I don't know.
But it's noticeable. That one on the Steam Deck, it's not as noticeable, I think.
Okay, here we go. So this is the Elder Scrolls. Wow, this feels amazing. There is almost zero input lag. I can't notice anything wrong with it. What the hell? Like, look at the difference. Let me go to a brighter spot here. Look at that difference. That is so good. What the heck? Maybe like the Apex Legends one and the Overwatch 2 one were really good as well. But this one, for some reason, feels even better than all of those. Maybe because it's not running frame gen? I don't know. Okay. These are high settings with low software ray tracing, so it's not maxed out settings. DLSS quality. Frame gen is actually on. And this is locked to 90 FPS. So if we turn it off, it should be even better. I can't tell the difference, honestly, but what the heck? This is so good. This is really responsive. In terms of the artifacting, I can't see anything wrong with it either. Like, you can see the sword right there. In this game, there's usually a lot of blurriness around the sword, you know? But it's only like outside. This is a very closed space. And this wouldn't be possible at all on the Steam Deck itself. With the hardware of the Steam Deck, I've tested this game extensively and it sucks. Even on stuff like RTX 2060 or 3050, this game doesn't run very well. But here we are on the Steam Deck, and this with GeForce Now will get you even better battery life, for example, out of this thing. This is the best one so far. Wow. So let's see Black Myth Wukong, because that one actually has a ton of improvements, visually speaking, compared to the last version of GeForce Now. We're going to compare the GeForce Now with the 4080 to the 5080, the new GeForce Now. Let's go. Okay, so just for a little visual difference, come over here without touching anything. I'm not going to see like the input lags and everything yet. Come on. 5 minutes.
Oh, Steph, no, Steph, we're at 5 now.
Out of 10?
We're at 5 now, sorry.
We were out of time here, so we couldn't really check the quality in different areas and so on, but you can see over here, there isn't much detail there on the darker part of it. You can't see the vegetation, but here on the 5080 system, it was amazing. You could actually tell a big difference, and even in motion, I tried it for a few seconds afterwards, you could tell a massive difference in quality. So the 4080 is on the left, 5080 is on the right, the new GeForce Now, of course, compared to the older GeForce Now, and not only you get a little bit of a boost in performance and that 4x multi-frame generation, but you also get that improvement in quality, which is pretty impressive. Finally, guys, we took a little bit of B-roll here from the presentation of the games, the demos that we were able to play here at the Nvidia Gamescom event. That will come out in a later video, because this one is quite long already, and I focused more, again, on GeForce Now. During these games and the testing of these games, I couldn't really show any performance numbers, and I couldn't even record my reactions in a lot of them, so I'll need to make separate videos, just like I did with Borderlands 4. So expect some gameplay here in the channel a little bit later on these games, and I will talk to you about my first impressions and thoughts about the graphics and stability of them in terms of performance as well, without FPS numbers, unfortunately. So that's been it. Thanks very much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and thanks to Nvidia for flying us out to Cologne to experience this event. It was really awesome. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one. Love you all. Bye-bye.